Ethereal Gypsy here. How do you stay rooted, clear, and connected to yourself? What type of micro rituals or shadow journaling or meaning do you find in things like numerology or astrology or anything like that? When I say spirit, I want you to know that words change over time. So whether we say one energy, Holy Trinity, spirit, the universal flow, whatever works for you works for me. But when you think about staying rooted and clear and connected, it's energy. You're staying connected to the energy. When things are blocked, different cultures say your meridians, your chi, your energy is blocked. There is a flow, there is a rhythm to this. It is not, it is accessible to everyone. The thing is, we are deluded and polluted and stressed, and we try to find meanings in a million things. Now, typically, I would never watch anything like the Diddy documentary, typically, but we did, and things like they said it was a lot of like elevating people to king status or I'm the god, and everyone has the god in them. However, everyone that is human should not be worshipped. And I'm just sitting here thinking about how I can continually just elevate us above the noise. That is the whole goal, is to not let noise or humans or your mind distract you from the one energy, from the source, from the whole reason that gives rational purpose to this existence. We cannot let everything pull our emotions up, down, left, right. Now people are sitting here feeding into whatever dynamics come from that last storyline or the next storyline or the storyline from next week. If you go inside, the calm, the peace is right there waiting for you. However, you need the boundaries. You need to figure out your identity so you're not flailing in the wind. You know, you need to understand where you subtract from your existence. Meaning, when I did a new moon ritual, the word shrinking came to mind. Things that I was letting go, shrinking. Now, anyone who really knows me wouldn't think that shrinking would kind of be associated with me, but it was in many ways. Like, I've always been tall and big chested. I don't hunch, but my posture wasn't good. I go to Pilates, and that has kind of started to sort that out. What else? Because I know that I have a large aura, that I can be felt, I don't stay quiet. I'm a Gemini, not necessarily stay quiet. However, I could be louder, or my aura could be bigger. And depending on where I am, I will tailor myself because I'm versatile, I'm flexible for the most part. So it doesn't really put me out. But that is a form of shrinking. Like, why not be your most grand self? Spirit, shadow work, I have been seeing a lot of repetitive numbers. When I say a lot, you guys, a lot. One day I saw 11111111. 11111111, 8 ones. And it is every day, all the time. Threes and fives and sevens and ones up the yin yang. And I'm not well versed where I'm like, I remember it would each segment, each series of numbers mean. But when you see something all the time, you can't help but to accept symbolism and stuff. You know, you have to get messages some kind of way. So how do you stay rooted, clear, grounded? You know, boundaries. The younger Sharon would tailor her word. No, let me rephrase that. The younger Sharon hurt feelings. Not purposefully, just straight truth could hurt feelings. Older Sharon would craft her language so that it would be better received. Baby, perimenopause Sharon, Ethereal Gypsy, let me tell you something. She did the work. I'm going to be my best self as a human being. I'm going to be my best self. That is the goal. That is why we meditate. That is why we journal. That is why we stretch. That is why we move energy blockages. That is why we breathe. That is why we ice bath. That is why we sauna. That is why we do movement. That is why we crawl across the floor. We do all of these things to attempt to be our best self in every way. Whether I decide to climb a mountain or sleep in the bed, best self, always. No back talking your mind. This is what we're going to do. We're going to own it. We're going to honor it. We're going to, I don't expect anybody to honor it, to tell you the truth, but we will move accordingly. I'm just basically saying that everything can be alchemized into a new way of being. Even if you are ill, you can bereave and sort it out. Eat. Food is thy medicine. Life is not something that is being done to you. It is something that is being done for you. For you. And when your mind and your spirit connect that energy, your body is biochemical. What I'm saying is, as above, so below. Manifest with intention through your breath, spirit, all that is for you. Make sure that you are not out here people pleasing. You are only living this life for you. Not your kids, not your spouse, not your mate, not your parents. Live this existence, this short little bit of time for you. Have a great, great, great chance at Hunger Games.